Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. Okay, so if I don't look as enthusiastic as I really could, that's because this is the second time I've had audio problems, and the last two episodes I tried to record were had no audio. The first one didn't have any game audio, and then the second one didn't have any my audio. So that wasn't good. But yeah. So I kind of know what I'm doing. It stinks because you don't get to see my real expression right now. But man, I don't.
Survivor. Great
Thank
job
you.
not dying.
Thank
To
you.
assist you in further survival in emergency situations, you have been issued this personal data assistant. The interface visible now will organize your inventory, display currently available
Ooh, very
construction
organized.
blueprints,
Thank you.
and holds other valuable information.
Ooh.
Please take a moment to familiarize yourself with it.
Okay, I will do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna stash this in here because I don't need it. It looks like we have a couple flares. We have some water and some nutrient blocks, and I'm gonna take those for now because what I'm gonna do is give you guys a gist of the game and whatnot. Maybe show you a little bit of crafting and stuff, and then I'm actually going to move to my file now that I got the audio and stuff figured out and show you around what I've accomplished in the last episode that I couldn't, because I got so much done. I did a lot of grinding and stuff off camera, and just starting over is just out of the question. But I wanted you guys to see the very basics. Oh boy, I don't know how I got that up here. How are you? Why are you here? Why are you here right now? Get off. Get off. Get off. Get off. There we go. There we go. We got rid of it. So, alright. So let me get in here. I'll use these as my ones. And alright. So we're going to go down into the water now. And we have our oxygen where you can't see it. So let me... Whoa! Oh, I did the facial thing the wrong way. But anyways, so over here on this side, on this side is my oxygen, which you can see going down, my health, my food, and my water, because it's survival-y, whatever. So we can gather materials, we can break some stuff and collect some stuff. We have to go back up for oxygen, obviously, because we're underwater.
Attention, detecting increased local radiation levels.
Uh-huh.
Trend is consistent with
Okay.
ongoing degradation of
All right.
the Aurora's dark
Okay.
matter drive core due to damage sustained
Okay.
during collision. Continuing
I'm just gonna take that. That is quartz. Quartz is good for making glass and some other things. These are acid mushrooms, which you can pick up, and that helps a little bit later on with making like batteries and some other things. All of these minerals and whatnot are basically harvestable. I can take this and turn this into titanium. That eventually I can scan and learn how to craft a new item. Here's some more quartz. There's a little deeper crater, and you can go down in and explore all these things, which is pretty cool. Let's go up over this way, get some oxygen real quick, drop back down in here. So we can chase these little fishies around, and we can grab them, oh, or not. I can't grab that big one, but we can grab the little peeper. Got him.
Discovered.
So that's a peeper. He's good for food, and yep, there's another one. These guys are airfish,
New creature discovered.
air sacs. Those guys are good for making water because they're full of water. Let's grab a couple more. See if we can get... You can't take him. He's a little creepy. I have a feeling he would hurt me. Let's get another peeper. Got a peeper. Boomerang fish. Or boom. I don't know what you're called.
New creature
Yeah, boomerang. So he's also kind of good for food. Some are better than others. Some fish are better than others. Let me come down here and break this open again. So you'll get different types of minerals. Copper and gold and diamond and titanium out of those. Those are important for building structures, different types of structures, and the copper is good for electronics. So all of that is cool. So let's grab the salt. The salt is good for curing food, makes the food a little bit more healthier to eat. Some more quartz. Yeah, so there are also some, obviously, not all the fish in the sea are friendly. There are some fish that will attack you and try to hurt you, and yeah, there's some over there in the weeds. Maybe I'll go take a look with you guys here in a minute. You can use a knife when you get a knife and start chopping these off, and those are good for things. So yeah, basically the gist of all this stuff. I'm gonna get another peeper if he doesn't run away from me. Get over here, peeper. Thank you. Alright, so let's go to the inside of here. And every time you return here, you basically save your inventory. If you die, you return to your ship, at least in the survival mode. You return to your ship, and you have everything you had when you left the ship. If you gather materials and die out in the water, you lose all of that. So that kind of stinks, but I mean, that's just the reality of, of the game. If you want to respawn, that's the price you have to pay for, dying out in the wild. So here's some storage and whatnot. We can put some stuff in there. I tend to usually keep like 4 of all the odd materials in there, but we're going to actually use these right now. I'll figure that stuff out later. So if we go in here, we can go to our resources and our basic materials. So titanium, those big scraps of metal that I picked up, you can turn into titanium, which is good for building structures and whatnot. Good for building a lot of things, but you get that titanium and you start making titanium. And then also the quartz you can use to make glass. And we're going to make a little bit of glass down here. I probably should have saved that quartz for some other stuff, but it's okay to have. I'll store that and then go gather a little bit more and show you later. So the bladder fish, or the air sacs, are good for oxygen. So you use that, or good for water. So you use that and you make some water for yourself. So I can go through and make a bunch of those. Also the cooked food, we can use the peepers or the air sacs, but I use those for water because the only ones that I know of so far. So we'll use the peeper to make some food, and then we will use the boomerang to make some food, and then I will show you kind of the comparisons between all of those. Cured food. See, I can also use the cured peeper, and I'll do that just to compare the health and whatnot. Uh-oh. Calculating risk assessment. Death by malnourishment. 7%. Okay, she's talking a bunch of nonsense right now. 11%. So, whatever. Exposure to radioactive crash site materials. 90%. If the drive core is breached, probability of death increases to 65%. Okay, thank you. So I got some copper ore, some glass that I just made up, some titanium that I got out of those pieces. There's my water. We might as well... First, I have a peeper saved because they'll stay fresh. These ones don't once you cook them. So we'll eat that, and then we'll eat... Well, let's do the cured one. 32. Oh, they're about the same? Oh, this one I think lasts longer. So we'll eat the cooked one because I think that one's going to go bad. And then the filtered water, we'll drink that. So we got our health, or our food and water back up pretty good. Yeah, these are nutrient blocks. Those all were in the ship, so I could use those. There's some flares, which I'll show you here in just a second. So what we're going to do is we can jump back into the water. And what was I going to do? Oh, we can go down. We can go. Let's actually go towards the weeds and whatnot. I'll show you one of the more aggressive fish in the game. See if I can also find the gassy guy. I forgot what it's exactly called, but he puts out these like spores, and if you get too close to them, they explode and they hurt you a little bit. Oh, lag. I'm loading a new area, so that'll happen. I don't have a lot of oxygen, so I need to actually get back up. Oh, that might kill me. Oh, maybe not. That was a thing that was in the wall, and it releases like a little fish, and it comes after you and blows up. So that was... It was not good going through those tunnels. You gotta look out for those. So down here, I think, are where the stalkers are, and those are aggressive fish. And there's also these other ones. They're like... They look a little bit more like sharks, I guess. There's another thing that I can get eventually. So let's take a flare, and let's throw a flare. So now you can see some stuff. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, see there's a stalker. He's not very nice. You want to stay away from him because he's faster than you until you get better scuba gear, some flippers and whatnot. And did I make it to the surface? I made it to the surface. So if you run out of oxygen and your screen goes black, that's basically equivalent to dying, and you return to your ship without anything you may have collected on the way. So there's that. You may have been able to hear that thing in the background. That was I forgot what they're a giant like whale-like squid thing, and I don't know what they're good for yet, but they're one of the biggest wildlife in the game, at least that I've seen. So there we saw a stalker. Stalkers you want to stay away from, but unfortunately, they're in an area with some of the better materials you can get at the beginning of the game. So you will have to find a way to get some materials and start crafting scuba gear and some of the other things that help you progress in the game. So you want to be very careful of those guys. You also have places like this where you can go down in here and oh, this just lets out. I know some of them are like kind of like caves. Oh, it might be this area. Yeah, see, there's another one of those things that explodes, so I don't want to go near there, but I'll throw a thing down in there just so you guys can see. Like, oh, there's another one right there, so it's a good thing I didn't go down any further. But yeah, so that's the exploration basically in the game, at least the early exploration. Right there is the gassy guy, so I'll go show you him. He's right over here. Yeah. Hello, gassy guy. See, he puts those out, and then if you get too close to those explode. They might explode, yeah, anyways, and that can hurt you, so you want to stay away from... Oh, there's a ton of them. I've never seen that many in one spot. So there's a bunch of those guys. Oh.
Local radiation readings exhibit characteristics consistent with total degradation.
What does that mean?
Aurora's dark matter drive core. A quantum detonation will occur with a probability of 85.5%. Advise observing a 1 kilometer safety range.
So that ship's gonna explode? Yeah, that ship does explode. That ship's gonna explode. Spoiler alert, but you're gonna see it here in a minute. There's some more of those things. Oop, a little bit of loading. Get some of this. Some more titanium. Alright, so there's a thing we can scan later. Also, there's some ship, like, not, like, part of the wreckage over here. There's some all over the place. But there's an example of some of the wreckage that you'll find throughout the game. There are some really large ones in the game as well. And some of them will have parts for crafting later on in the game. So you want to explore as many of those as you can. But we're going to move on out of that area. Pick up the metal. Check out what's over here. Oh, there's eggs that are around from time to time, and you can pick these up, and eventually you can build an aquarium and have all of those guys inside of an aquarium. Oh, there's another explodey thingy. Let's get out of here. Go back up because of oxygen. Ooh. But yeah, you can eventually get like an aquarium and start housing fish, and that'll help you with like maintaining your food and some other things in the game. Ooh, hello. This is pretty cool. Okay, so let's grab some of this. Oh, there's a bunch of them. I don't know if I'm gonna have time with all my oxygen. Oh, inventory's full anyways. So we'll head back and we'll put all of our stuff away. I could also eat something real quick. I can eat that and then drink that. So yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna grab, I think there's an egg up here somewhere that, I don't know. There's an egg somewhere. But we're gonna grab this. And we'll maybe break one more because we have room for it. Some lead. And we're gonna head back and put all this stuff away. What? So basically, this is gonna be pretty cool. This is where I'm actually gonna leave off the episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up and subscriptions would be awesome. And subscribe if you want to see some more stuff and some plenty of other games. Thank you guys. And just like the ship just said,